Okay, listen up, everybody. We're going to start cutting in the pink cut with the brush. And normally we do this. We come over here, we start high, and we're going to draw a line, just like that. And then we're going to come back and push it down and jig it into the corner, just like that. And then we're going to draw a straight line on the top of that baseboard. We're not touching the baseboard, just the wall. Go over your work, push it into the corner. Draw a straight line over your work to feather it in. Start high. Now work your way closer to the baseboard. There's not a lot of paint on the bristle. Go over your work to feather it all in. Okay, start high. Draw a straight line. Bring it back down closer to the baseboard, but you're not touching the baseboard. You're only cutting in the wall. Okay, go over your work. Okay, start high, draw a straight line down to get rid of the paint on your brush. Now you're going to work closer to the base, to the top of the baseboard. We're only cutting the wall in. The baseboard has already been painted white semi-gloss. There you go. You girls got this. You guys got this. Pretty simple once you know how. Go over your work. Okay, start high. Draw a straight line. Now we're going to go over it and we're going to bring the bristles down closer to the baseboard. We're not touching the baseboard, only the wall. We're going to draw a straight line. Utilize your paintbrush like a pencil and draw a straight line. You guys got this. You girls got this. See that? Okay, let's go into the corner where the frame meets the baseboard. We're going to start high. Now we're going to work our bristle tip. This portion of the paintbrush, which is the 45, we're going to put it right into the corner. We're going to draw a straight line up the side of the door frame. Now we're going to go low and draw a straight line, continue down. You're not touching the baseboard, only cutting in the wall. Now go back over your work, and that is done. Now we're going to work on the side of the door frame. Okay, we're going to do the side of the door frame like we did the top of the baseboard. We're going to start out here and go up. Now we're going to go over our work. Now we're going to go closer to the trim, but we're not touching it. All we're doing is cutting the wall in. The trim has already been painted white semi-gloss. Here you go. You got this, guys. You got this, girls. See how easy that is? Feather over your work. Let's continue on. Okay, this is how we're going to initiate starting to cut in the ceiling line with our pink. We're going to start low and draw a straight line to get rid of a lot of paint on the paintbrush. We don't need it. Then we're going to push the 45 up into the corner where it meets the ceiling and the wall. And now we're going to draw a straight line. We're not touching the ceiling, only the wall. You see that? You guys got this. You girls got this. Let's continue down. Okay, start low. Draw a straight line back. Go over your work. Now we're going to go closer to the ceiling line, but we're not touching the ceiling. We're only touching the wall. Go over your work to get rid of imperfections. There you go. You guys got this. You girls got this. Okay, let's continue down. Start low. Draw a straight line. Just put some on there. Now we're going to go closer to the ceiling line, but we're not touching the ceiling. We're only touching the wall. You're just utilizing the tip of your bristles and you're drawing a straight line. Go over your work. Feather over your work, and this piece is done. Let's move on. Okay, let's continue on now. Start low, draw a straight line. Now we're going to go closer to the ceiling line and draw a straight line. Just like that. Very simple. Go back over your work. This piece is done. Let's move on. Okay, let's continue on. Start low. Put the paint on. Go over your work. Now you're going to bring the bristles of the brush up close to the ceiling line, but you're not touching the ceiling line. Only the wall. Draw a straight line. Go over your work. Continue on. Draw a straight line with your pencil. You guys got this. You girls got this. Go back over your work. Now let's move on. Start low. Now let's bring the brush up closer to the ceiling line and draw a straight line right down the wall. Do it again. Let's continue on. I'm going to put the brush at the top of the trim and I'm going to go straight across. Now I'm going to go closer to the ceiling line and I'm going to draw a straight line. I'm not touching the ceiling, only the wall. Let's continue down the trim now where it meets the frame. I'm going to start out here and draw a straight line down. Now I'm going to get closer and I'm going to draw a straight line right down where it meets the trim. I'm not touching the trim. I'm only cutting in the wall. Go over your work. Okay, let's continue down. Start out here, go closer to the trim, but you're not touching the trim. You're only doing the wall. Go over your work. Let's cut in this sconset. I'm going to turn my brush around and I'm going to go around in a circle, just like that. Okay, let's continue on. We're going to cut in around the reciprocal like such. We don't want to whack the electronics. And now we're gonna draw a straight line here, cut this in. Now we're gonna draw a straight line where it meets the trim in the wall, but we're not touching the trim, we're only touching the wall. Go over your work, feather over your work. Let's continue on. Okay, let's continue down. Start out here. Now we're gonna go closer to the trim. We're not touching the trim, only the wall. You guys got this. You girls got this. Not too bad for your first time. Feather over your work. Let's continue on. Okay, let's finish up this one little piece right here. Start out, now draw a straight line where it meets the wall. You're not touching the trim. The trim's already been painted, white semi-gloss. Okay, there you go. See, we got this all done now. Now we're gonna move on with the rolling soon. We're gonna start this next phase, rolling this pink wall. You're gonna attach your roller pole. You're gonna come over here and dunk your paint. Start in the middle. Go up one, go down. Over a little bit. Go all the way up, go all the way back down. Blend over your work, lightly. All the way back down and blend into your work. Start in the middle, go all the way up, all the way back down. Over a little bit, come all the way back up. Now you're gonna blend over your work to blend everything in. Don't be afraid to go sideways if you need be. Now let's blend over the work and blend everything in. Okay, very good. You're gonna do this for the second coat exactly the same way. Okay, let's take a look at what you guys and girls cut in all by yourself with the pink. Look at the cut in right there. Look what you guys and girls just did. That's the ceiling line. Look how perfect that is. That's how it should look when it's done. That's a nice paint job. Let's look at what you guys and girls just accomplished all by yourself. Look at that. We're going to turn you into professional painters after all. Good job, guys and girls. Good job. Good work.